What's up, you guys? Joker back, and finally back after a pretty long hiatus from making videos. Unfortunately, my computer and editing software has all crashed together, but luckily I have a computer now that I borrowed, so hopefully I'll be able to produce a little bit more videos than I have been currently. So I'm very sorry for the long break, but I'm back and hopefully you'll enjoy this one. Today we are taking a look at the ARS, ARMA TAC plate carrier. This plate carrier has been sponsored to me by Grey Shop, so big thanks to them. And if you want to purchase it, make sure to visit their site. I'll link the product down in the description, so make sure to check that out. So we're gonna take a closer look. It won't be too much of an in-depth review. I've already done a review on my Instagram where I elaborated a little bit on my critiques and my high points and low points about the vest. But I thought we were gonna take a look at some of the smart functions and how I set this vest up. So, starting with the front here, if we take away this patch so you can see it a little bit clearer just for now, you can see that it has laser cut moly, which is a feature that's getting more and more popular now. And for those asking already, this is an obvious copy of the 5.11 TAC plate carrier that they made themselves. So it's basically a copy, but with some revisions to its design and functions. So we're taking a look here. You can see it's laser cut moly spacing. You can open this here, and there's a not very large, but just to put it in perspective, my phone here. There's a pouch where you can store some documents if you find it necessary. You also have this here, which I'm not going to fuck with, but this is the quick release latch system, which basically is that you can pull all the cords away here and the vest will automatically fall off. If this is, of course, if you're injured seriously. So in airsoft, maybe this isn't such a viable function, but other than that, in other real life threatening scenarios, it might be of use. Taking a look here at how I mounted the pouches, just quick run through about them. These are Swedish inspired pouches that were custom made to a combat vest that I owned when I did Swedish kits. So it's actually made for NATO 5.56 mags, M4, M16 and similar, but they worked pretty good when it came to the AK-74 mags. And it's got some moly here if you want to attach stuff to it, and also they're double stacked behind each other, so there's another pouch behind each one. So I thought that was pretty smart and functional, so I thought why not go with it. Here I have a first spare pouch. This one is actually for water bottles, but it's pretty functional at containing 2 extra magazines. You can see I also changed it up a little bit with the camouflage. It's not very matching on this plate carrier, but I don't really mind that. I can think that sometimes variation looks pretty cool. So we'll move to the side here and get a pretty good view here. So I'll try to show this from the inside first here. If you look at the inside here, you have pressure pads on both the chest and the back, and they are sectioned into 4 each quadrants. So it's pretty good at supplying the right amount of comfortable pressure when you're wearing the vest. I haven't used this with actual plates or replica plates, so I don't know how it feels to wear when you're using replica or real steel plates in it, but it's pretty comfortable just wearing it casually for airsoft. So I think it's a smart function, and I think that a lot of more plate carriers should take up on this, but I think they also have started to do so. But it's a pretty smart function nevertheless. As you can see here, it's very elastic. The cord here on the side, you don't have a lot of space, it's pretty free. Lots of room for you to breathe, so to speak. So if you're playing in a warm climate, It hopefully doesn't get too hot on your sides. You have this kind of elastic ventilation spacing. It's not made purposely for ventilation, but it's a pretty smart and neat function. There's also tiny sections here, as you can see, where you can mount the molly. It's not even really, but here it is. So there's small spaces here where you can actually mount pouches. So I mounted a dump pouch from IRT, a replica one. A great gift that I got a long time ago, and I'm still using it today. We're gonna take a look at the back. It's also the same when it comes to the vest. You can see it here, that it's laser cut molly on the top, but once you come to the lower section, it's just regular molly, and that is the same on the front side, but I couldn't show you that because I don't want to dismount all of the magazine pouches. But we'll take a closer look here at the pouches. At the back of the pouches I have a Stitch Profi tourniquet pouch. It's just for show. I don't require a tourniquet when I play airsoft, but for the realism, to make it look a little bit more realistic, that's why I mounted it there. Also, this is a very smart pouch, which you can also find at Grey Shop. It's actually a designated phone pouch, so if you want to protect your phone, it works great. I think I have a Samsung S8 or something like that, which is a pretty big phone. It's S8 Plus, and it stores it perfectly. So you should really get one of these if you want to protect your phone with a designated pouch. Taking a look at this function here, we actually have a emergency elastic, or not elastic, but kind of a lanyard cord here for you to be pulled away. You also have this grip here. So if necessary, if you want to roleplay or do milsims, you can probably do some pretty cool medical evacuations or scenarios like that. I'm not really sure how viable this is with a fully dressed real-life soldier who's carrying actual ammunition and weapons and everything. I don't know how sustainable this is to be dragged along with, but you can probably give it a try if you want to. I haven't, but I'll definitely try it when I play some milsim or airsoft. So moving to the right side setup. So taking a look at the right side of this plate carrier setup, you can see that it's a similar setup to the left side, although here is a better, clearer view of the actual deviation between the elastic material and the actual spacing where you can mount molly compatible pouches. So what I have here is just a simple magazine pouch for a Glock magazine. I think it's a multi-purpose pouch, but I use it as a magazine pouch. This one is from Warrior Assault Systems, and it's pretty smart and functional. I don't like to wear too much on the sides, especially now that this vest is so smart and has this open spacing, which is pretty nice when you're wearing a plate carrier, especially on a hot day. So looking at the front again, you can see here that on the top of the shoulder pads there is this elastic cord here, or not elastic, but this evacuation cord for if you have to yank out the vest, pull it, and the whole vest collapses. This is where you have to mount these things back together. But you can also see here that there's Velcro here. This is perfect if you want to mount weapon slings or tubings from maybe your Camelback hydration system or something like that. If you're wondering what camouflage this vest is, it's in ATAC's FG. It's a pretty more common camouflage now when it comes to Russian Spetsnaz and MVD, FSB forces. A lot of them have been starting to use the uniforms that are in ATAC's FG, and also plate carrier and pouches and similars. If you're interested in this vest and want to read a little bit more about it than what I've told you here, I advise you to check out my Instagram, which I will also link, where you can find the post. I took a little bit more detailed close-up pictures, and I think it's pretty smart. And if you like it and want to buy it, make sure to visit Grey Shop. Make sure to follow me also on Instagram if you aren't already. And also stay tuned. I know it's been a while and I'm very sorry about this, but hopefully now that I have a functioning computer and editing software, I'll produce more videos again. So thanks for staying with me so far, and until next time, take care, Joker out.